Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for December 29th, 2016. We have some snow to deal with across our central and northern areas today, and this will just be a little bit this morning, not lasting all day. This is just going to be a morning event, and mostly snow for the far north, and then that middle ground, right in the middle along I-78, will be the battleground where we start off as rain and go over to snow. Same thing in here in New Jersey, except the battleground is a little bit further northwest of I-78, kind of along I-287. And then further south, we're just talking about showers. Might have a brief start here down in some of these southern areas, though, as snow, and you could get a quick coating out of that before it goes over to any rain. And then this afternoon, as we go to the next frame, you can see that most of the area is rain. This is showing afternoon here, but it's also showing the previous 6 hours. I think that most areas are going to be wrapped up by about noon, 1 o'clock. This is still showing some freezing temperatures up here in the Poconos, and that's why I went a little more aggressive in these areas. If you look at our snow map, it is on the weather alerts page. It will show you a breakdown of what we expect for this entire region as far by particular area. And the highest amounts are going to be definitely across northeastern Pennsylvania. Let's go over to the high resolution rapid refresh. I'm going to start this off here early on here at 4 a.m. And I purposely moved this up here in the video. A lot of people say, well, you guys go through these videos so fast, I don't really know what time you're talking about. So if you follow right here, this is the actual time. This is actual Eastern Standard Time, so you can just follow this along to see where I'm at in the video here. This is starting off at 4 a.m. And you just go to the next couple frames here. Here's 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't ignore this green that's out in front of it. This is not starting as rain. This is definitely cold enough to snow here, so will be snow probably pretty far south. You get snowflakes actually starting across these areas too that we don't expect much of any accumulation at all. You still can start off with a little bit of snowflakes, maybe a quick dusting before it goes over to any kind of mixture or over to rain eventually. And then we go to the next frame here at 6 a.m. You get snow starting to move in further east to places like the Wilkes-Barre, Scranton area is just starting here at this point, right around Allentown and the Lehigh Valley. Just starting to get into the area here at this point. It's snowing in Reading at this point. This is, of course, at 6 a.m. But we keep going further in time. You can see what happens here. You get some snow that's going to start getting a little bit heavier here. And right along that gradient, I think what's going to end up happening is once you get the snow to start coming down moderate to heavy, is when you're right before you're going to have the changeover. So when you see this snow coming in really heavy, that's usually an indicator that the snow is going to go over to rain very shortly. And you can see those darker blues showing up here where those heavier rates will be, and right before that changeover occurs. Again, this is 7 o'clock in the morning now. You go to the very next frame here at 8, and you can see that line has creeped up to I-78. So I-78 is now your dividing line, which runs right through here. So still snowing up here in northwest New Jersey now at a pretty good clip. Northern parts of Lehigh Valley, over here to Schuylkill County, Carbon and Monroe, Pike, these are all snow up here in northeastern Pennsylvania, up in the mountains of the Poconos as well. So you see why we want a little more aggressive. The changeover is not really going to occur in those areas. Even when we go to the next frame here an hour later, you see Allentown's now rain, but you see areas up to the north here across the Poconos are now snow and pretty moderate to heavy snow at that also. So we did a area right in here that has the heaviest snows, kind of going up like this. So this is our heavier snow area. This area here as a generalization there, but you can see our weather alert map that'll show you exactly what those outlines are. But generally this area here we included in a 2 to 4 inch range because of that. If this were all snow further south, we'd have that same issue, but I don't think we have 2 to 4 down here also with the amount of precipitation that's falling. But since it's turning over to rain, obviously that's not going to be the case. And then that line tries to creep up a little bit further now at 10 o'clock. Again, just northeastern Pennsylvania, the mountains here, northeastern Pennsylvania, then far northern Pennsylvania at this point is all you're seeing as far as snow is concerned. And this is 11 a.m. Now, this model is trying to hurry things along and get us out of here pretty quickly. So all this here, this is your back edge right here. This is all moving off to the northeast. So that's what I'm saying. Right about, this is 11 a.m. Right about noon or thereabout, you should be done in most of PA except the far northeastern corner and northern New Jersey. You still be holding on to the rain showers into early afternoon, it looks like. So just to give you a breakdown of the timing, the hours there. Again, this isn't a totally big deal. I know we haven't even had any big storms yet. Everybody's like, where are we getting the big storms? We only forecast it. We can't really, we can't make storms happen. Just understand that. Now, it will be a doozy of a storm up here in New England as this thing really gets wrapped up in the Gulf of Maine. And that will happen overnight tonight into early Friday morning where they get that snow. And then, so Maine and New Hampshire, Vermont, Western Massachusetts, places like that will make out pretty well. We do get into Friday here as that system passes. and I went one frame too far. We do have some lake effect snow that's going to come off the lakes here. Wind's going to be gusting 12 to 18 miles per hour, sustained 12 to 18 miles per hour with gusts of about 30-35. So that'll be during your day here on Friday. Blustery and colder with those a few snow showers or flurries rotating around off the lakes here. And not a big deal here, but just be aware that you'll have a few snow showers, maybe even heavier squall further north. That activity will dissipate then Friday night. Now we have another chilly day here on Saturday, but seasonably cold. It's not going to be really too bad. Another system going off to our north here. This is right before New Year's Eve. As a matter of fact, get to New Year's Eve itself, you do have an opportunity for a sprinkle or a flurry. I don't see this as a big deal at all. It will be mostly cloudy overnight, Saturday night. So right around the time the ball drops is what we're looking at right here. So a few flurries, maybe a sprinkle. Not out of the realm of possibility, but overall not a big deal. And then finally we get into Sunday, and we start to we go to a partly cloudy day here. It's going to be a little bit milder. Temperatures are going to get up in the 40s for most places, and I think they're going to stay that way again here on Monday. Monday we're going to have our system come in from the south. This is going to bring us some showers for a good portion of the day here on Monday, and then maybe more soaking rain coming in here Tuesday morning before that clears out of here. Behind this system, this is January 4th. Behind this system here, we're gonna have this front come through here later on January 4th, and you can see this is a rain to snow situation here. Once this front comes through, there's an Arctic blast of air that's going to come in behind us, and we are going to stay cold for a while. Probably a couple weeks, it looks like. So we're not going to be moderating back in the 40s and 50s. We're going to stay cold, and that's going to present the opportunity during that period. I call this our make or break period. I think that period from right around the 5th of January all the way up to about Inauguration Day or thereabout is our make or break for winter. We needed something to produce in that time frame, and we think we will get things to produce, namely a system that's really gearing up here. People are starting to call this in our circles. We have these little weather groups and circles, and everybody's starting to call this period right around January 6th, 7th, 8th, that time frame. They're calling this Bobby storm because I keep saying there's a pretty good storm signal around that time frame. So just keep that in the back of your mind for a bigger storm possibility between the 6th and the 8th. You heard it here first. Not showing on any models yet, but you never know. I think we'll really like that time frame right around the 7th or 8th especially. And it's actually been in our long-range outlook. If you look in our long-range outlook from last Friday that we do publicly every week, it actually listed in there for that time frame that we were watching for a significant winter storm. Now this is getting out quite a ways here. They're talking about 10, 11 days into the future. Just a signal, but I'm just telling you. You heard it here first. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marcus. This is your outlook for December 29, 2016. Have a great Thursday.